Whether it makes you laugh, cry, scream, or fly, there's a song for every emotion. We're Mike and Priya, and we talk about the songs that make up the soundtrack to your life. Because life is in the lyrics.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mike.
And I'm Priya, and you're listening to Life is in the Lyrics, where we chit-chat about how important music is in our lives. Right, Mike?
Yes, that's what we do. And welcome back, listeners. It's been so great to see our listening audience grow week over week. So it's great to have you. Please share, like, follow, all that fine, good stuff.
I thought we weren't going to say that bullshit till the end.
You're right. We weren't. Okay, maybe we'll edit that out. Maybe we won't.
Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just say it now and not at the end.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's move on. How's your week been?
Oh, my week has been pretty good. It's been weird going back to work after the holiday break, to be honest. Because I at the time of recording, we're at the end of week 2.
Yeah. It's been a
since
while.
the holiday break. I know, you'd think it'd be, part of it feels like, break? What break? Where was the break?
Right.
But it is kind of weird kind of getting back into the groove.
Yeah, but you just gotta get into the groove.
Boy, you got to prove your love to me.
Oh, yeah.
So the week's been good. You know, went out for dinner with my buddy Vince and Ross. I told you about them. We talked about them in a previous episode.
Yes, we have.
And
they're the ones who you almost missed the Taylor concert for.
that's true.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Not their fault, your fault.
Yeah, it's interesting how fast the light is changing day by day. I don't know if you've noticed, but
do you mean in terms of how much more daylight there is?
yeah, like it's actually still light out at 5.
It's a minute a day.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you just make that up?
Nope.
How do you know that?
I know that, and I'm going to see.
Now you're going to look it up.
Now I'm going to look it up, but I feel like I've heard that, and I was like, oh, that's cool, because when you notice at the end of every month, it is pretty much a half hour more of light.
Now we know, listeners. How about that?
First few days, we gain a few seconds of daylight, and mid-January, we gain about 2 minutes per day. Actually, and then in mid-February, we gain about 3 minutes per day.
Oh.
So it's not quite so. It's only in the summer solstice we gain 1 minute of daylight per day. This is irrelevant to anything that we're talking about.
Don was away the first week of January, and then when he came back, I was like, "Oh, babe, welcome home." And I went to give him a kiss, and he's like, "Don't get close to me. I've got a sore throat, and I think I'm coming down with something."
Right.
So we've been living like roommates for the last week. So he's been in the spare room.
Aw, that's nice of him not to want to infect you.
Yeah. You know, we have dinners together sort of thing. But it's kind of weird. It's like we're roommates, and I don't like it.
He's doing it for your own benefit.
I know. Bless him. Bless his cotton socks.
And okay, that's a weird one. Did you like my outfit today? Because also you haven't noticed my socks.
We only listen... What? What does it say? We only listen Taylor's versions. Oh, in this. Oh my God. Where did you get those?
My friend got me that for Christmas as a stocking stuffer.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
She got me socks as a stocking stuffer. I know, I love it. And then another friend got me this Taylor
Swift
tour
Speak
t-shirt.
Now. We'll have to post a photo of you in that on our social.
I was trying to think of
on
our social, yes, just the one, because we only have the one.
Hang on,
that was a photo op.
Straighten it up a little bit.
Oh.
I want to see the full, There we go.
Okay,
that's going up.
Yes, I thought I would wear something appropriate because this episode we're talking about the Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, not the entire Grammys, but we are talking about Song of the Year. And before we get into the episode, I actually have some interesting things to discuss because, you know, at the end of the year, they always come up with the best songs of the year and the best albums of the year and blah, 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 all of that, right? But since we're now in 2025, Billboard came out with the top 200 albums of the 21st century. Have you heard about this list yet? Okay. So do you have any ideas on who might be in the top 5? So the last 25 years.
I'm going to say Troglodyte.
Oh my God. Call back to my birthday
Your
episode.
birthday episode.
And in brackets, caveman.
I was listening back to that episode and I'm like, what? Troglodyte? I don't even know what that is. It actually said in brackets what it is.
Yes, exactly. Because everybody listening to that song was like, what is a troglodyte?
Yeah.
Is it a kind of, is it like a pterodactyl? Is it a kind of
It
dinosaur?
does kind of sound like that.
And it is kind of a dinosaur.
So are you saying it's not in the top 5?
It is not. And I'm talking about albums.
Albums? Thriller.
Okay. No, that was not in the last 25 years. So since 2000 to
Oh my God.
2025.
Yes, that's right. It would have been
He would have been
before
in the 80s.
that. Yeah. Okay. The last 25 years, top
We're talking
albums.
the top 5 because there's 200 on the list. But I just thought we'd go over the top 5.
I have no idea.
Okay. This one really shocked me. Number 5 is the original Broadway cast recording of Hamilton.
Oh, yeah. Hamilton was a really big, when it first came out.
It was a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
But to be one of the top albums of the last 25 years, I thought that was kind of shocking. No? Have you seen the play?
No.
Me neither. I watched the televised version or the filmed version. At the intermission, I was like,
You're out of here?
I think I'm done. Number 4.
That's surprising, really, because you like musicals.
I do. I love musicals. But I will say this, that in the original cast, I didn't think Lin-Manuel was a very good actor.
Really? Ooh, controversial.
I know. I mean, I think he's extremely talented as a writer of music and stuff, but I didn't think he was a great actor.
But that's like, there's a big deal about him in that.
Well, he was that whole, like he wrote, I think, and brought that whole thing to life. So,
okay. Well, listeners, let's see what you think
I'd
about
love
that.
to know if other people, I'm sure there are big fans and I like the music, but I did find it a little bit boring. Anyways, number 4, our girl Taylor Swift with her 1989
Okay.
album.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, to be honest.
Does this surprise you? Number 3, Taylor with Fearless.
What?
Yep.
Whose list is this?
Billboard.
Oh, okay.
And then number 2, Adele, 21.
Hello?
Yes. Hello.
It's me.
Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Now, number 1, this one really surprised me because I didn't think he's been out that long. Do you have any guesses? It's a guy.
Benson Boone.
Oh my God, he's only been out for like 4 years, 3 years.
It's the last 25 years, though? Okay,
Yes.
Drake.
No. Morgan Wallen.
What?
Dangerous, the double album. Yep.
Morgan Wallen?
Yes.
Isn't he like he's an alum of American Idol or something, Got Talent or something, isn't he?
No, he was on The Voice.
The Voice.
But he didn't do very well. Like he wasn't a finalist or anything. Anyways, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Huh, interesting. So so how did they, what were the metrics?
I think it's based on popularity. Let's see. Oh, the top artist category.
It's got to be in sales. Billboard?
I think it's like most popular and...
I don't know. I find, we'll talk about this as we're talking through this episode.
Okay, sorry. The 200 position ranking recaps performance on the weekly Billboard 200 albums chart from the start of 2000 through the end of 2024. So it bases it on popularity for every year. So I guess he was just so popular throughout so many years that he's number 1.
Huh.
The other thing I thought was interesting, talking about country music, because obviously Morgan Wallen is a country artist. Did you know that country music radio will not play 2 female songs back to back?
Really?
Yep.
How'd you find that out?
This is something I've heard on country music radio. I've heard female country artists talking about that.
And why?
Several times. They don't think that people will stay tuning in.
Really?
And if you listen to country radio, because I have tested this out myself, I think I can remember like one time, and I listen to a fair bit of country radio. I've heard it one time where they will play female songs back to back. Isn't that crazy?
That is so odd. Is this like all country radio stations, or is this American only, or is this like a basic principle across the board?
I don't even know if it's a principle. It is just how it is. I don't think that there's a hard and fast rule, but you listen to country music radio for a day and see.
It's times like this where I'm just so ashamed to be a human being sometimes.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Seriously, like the number of incredibly talented country Canadian country female artists. Like,
preach. I'm snapping my fingers. Can you hear me snapping my fingers?
All of a sudden, she's become a RuPaul drag queen contestant. That's just ridiculous. That's just stupidity. Well, it's interesting that you bring that up, because as I was thinking about this episode, I ended up going down a rabbit hole about country music and its roots in Black history.
Yeah.
And I had heard something fairly recently, or, like I'm going to say in the last couple of years, about the connection between the African American population and their connection to country music.
Right.
And, there's a lot of different sources out there. But it all seems pretty consistent that, country music, it evolved from Black music, Black instruments, Black music, was hit. I saw this, there was this video on HuffPost with this professor who writes about this. And she's also the first female of color to have written a country song that was number one, that
Really?
Trisha Yearwood sang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And but she's a scholar, and this is what her area of focus is. And it's quite clear that one of many things white people have
taken over, colonized. Yeah. Well, and that it's not just country music, because remember when Elvis broke out, like he always frequented a lot of Black jazz clubs and like music clubs, and that's where he got his style from. And then he became a huge sensation, taking the roots of all this African American musical history. And, there was a lot of backlash from the community of him appropriating their culture and their music and becoming such a hit, while those artists were still kind of left to just play in their own little clubs.
Some of these articles that I was reading, they were talking about how in country music before the war, the First World War, or the Second World War, Black musicians would contribute to commercial recordings of hillbilly music, it was called. And so they had a role to play, and they were equally contributing, even though it was still segregated. But they were sought after, and they were playing their instruments on these commercial records or recordings. After the war, then the music industry marketed it and basically completely whitewashed the music. And that is why the assumption is that country music is, for white people and predominantly white, because they basically took all the Black people out, replaced them with white people. Even printed materials that had Black artists on the materials,
crazy.
They took them out and just replaced them with white people. So they completely tried to wipe out their history. So anyways, all of this to say, I have a greater understanding of the controversy around Beyonce and other Black artists like Lil Nas X, who are...
Lil Nas X is a country artist?
He started in country.
He started in country?
Yeah. Don't you remember he sang that song with Billy Ray Cyrus?
Yeah, but that wasn't... I think that was just a collab. I don't think that was him actually, I don't think he ever charted or was a pure country artist on his own. That song was huge. That
I thought that he was. I thought that's where he started, but maybe I could be wrong.
I don't think so.
But the point still being that this controversy of country audience members being outraged at people of color infiltrating their music.
Yes,
it's actually the other way around. People.
And you've just done it for so long that now you've come to believe your own lies.
One of the many things to be outraged about.
Yeah, I know. And you know me, I love being outraged.
Oh, you do.
I also sometimes like being outrageous, but most of the times I like being outraged.
You love both. Yeah.
But I think you probably looked that up because of Shabuzi.
Oh, yes, Shabuzi. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So it is pretty cool. First of all, I love that name. It just makes me, it's like, hey, Shabooz. Like, what's his nickname? Sha? Hey, Boozy.
Boozy?
Booze? Shabs.
Maybe his name was Shah, but he likes to drink. I don't know. That was a bad joke. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways. Okay, so we are talking about the Song of the Year nominees for this year because we wanted to do something around the Grammys, obviously, because music's biggest night. What are you sighing about?
I'm so confused about the categories.
Oh.
There's Record of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year.
Yeah.
But Record of the Year and Song of the Year seem the same to me.
Okay, yes, we have had this discussion. And I looked it up because I'm also very confused about it. Song of the Year is based on songwriting.
Oh,
And
right.
record of the year, I think, is just based on like performance.
Right. Yes, we did look this up now.
Yes.
It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah. But I think that is actually more confusing because when I look at some of the songs in this category and I read the lyrics, because I try to separate them from the song when I just hear it on the radio. Oftentimes when I'm listening to a song on the radio, I'm not actually listening to the lyrics. I'm just listening to the beat. And, sometimes the lyric will pop through. But reading these lyrics, for some of the songs, I was like, how is this a well-written song? I do not claim to be a music critic by any means.
You are a music
just a
scholar.
Music appreciator. But I was a little bit surprised. So I don't know about you. How did you feel about the nominees on this list?
Okay, so just to confirm, we're looking at Now and Then, Texas Hold'em,
No,
Espresso.
Now and Then is not one of the nominees.
Okay.
So the nominees are...
Okay, before you do, I just want to point out that the Grammy website is terrible.
It's terrible.
It is so bad.
Yes.
It's like they've got someone my age, like a 55-year-old, running this website who's trapped in the 90s. Or
bells and whistles everywhere.
Me, a 55-year-old that can't navigate.
That's also
website.
partly true. But I think you're right. It's not a very well formatted website. Anyways.
Okay,
guys at the Grammys, do you need some input on how to improve your website? Just come talk to us. We're happy to give you
don't talk to me because I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay, so the nominees are Shabuzi.
Oh, right. A bar song. Yes. Yeah. That was huge.
Yes. Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, Die With a Smile. I love that song.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, Fortnite, featuring Post Malone. Chappell Roan, Good Luck Babe.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. Sabrina Carpenter, Please, Please, Please. And Queen Bey with Texas Hold'em. Those are the nominees. Yeah.
Other notable nominees, Now and Then, 360.
What do you mean notable nominees?
Well, on this page that I'm looking at, it says other notable nominees, Now and Then by the Beatles, 360 by Charlie XCX, and Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter.
But how are they notable nominees if they're not
I don't know. It says generative AI.
Yeah, generative AI that pops up anytime you do a Google search now, and it's not always right. You should just
word to the wise, people. Listen to Priya.
I'm certainly not always right. I do like to think I am. However, I will admit that I'm not. Okay, so yes, according to the Grammys website, because I looked this up, the award for Song of the Year is judged according to, quote, the composition of a song and recognizes the songwriters who wrote the song.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's that. So I thought we'd go through these alphabetically.
Okay,
sure. Not to show any favoritism.
That sounds great. I will say I don't tend to pay a lot of attention to lyrics very often. It's usually the beat, the sound.
Yeah.
Whether I can shake my moneymaker.
That's what I just said like 2.5 minutes ago.
Did you?
I really did. Oh my
Sorry.
God, Mike.
Sorry.
Wow.
You did say that. I remember, yes. Now
You're listening, but just basically waiting for your turn to talk.
Maybe, yeah. I have to pay more attention.
Okay, let's start with a bar song. What do you got to say about this guy?
It was definitely catchy. So, a couple things. One, I probably spend too much time scrolling through Instagram. Oh, did you hear that TikTok went black in the US?
Yeah, I knew that. I've known
It's
that
like,
for like
but
a week and a half.
But it's like for 48 hours or something like that, apparently.
Well, Biden it's been outlawed or banned unless they sell it to an American company. But of course, Trump says he wants to save TikTok.
I wonder how many people are losing money.
Oh, I bet so many.
How many?
So many.
Because there are a lot of people that use it as a way
they make money.
Yeah.
All those influencers making their dances. And
that's crazy. Anyways, I was thinking, so that song, I remember seeing it come up in a lot of Instagram reels, people using it. How does it go again?
1, 2,
2, 4. Yeah.
Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. You know that.
Yeah, and the little
good Lord.
The dances on the. Do you see these dances that people make to these songs?
I don't watch TikTok. I've never watched.
No, I know not on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok.
Insta?
Instagram. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of people that do these dances to songs.
Right.
And that was a big one.
Okay.
And so, yeah, catchy. Yeah.
It's super catchy. So I looked up some of these songs. And I looked up some of these artists because I mean, I've never heard of Shabuzi before this, but he's been in the industry for a long time. And on Wikipedia, this is my source, okay, folks? It says, before this year, Shabuzi was just another rising artist ready to make a name for himself. With his release, he blossomed into the most prolific country musician of 2024, coinciding with his 10th anniversary in the music industry. That's amazing because I don't know any other songs that he has released this year. But we had just mentioned this song. A bar song broke the record for being the longest running #1 hit, previously set by Old Town Road, which you were just talking about, with Billy Ray and Lil Nas X.
Huh.
Yeah. So this song really took the world by storm.
Yeah.
And do you know what it's about?
No. But you know, if you Google Shabuzi, Google Shabuzi now and see what happens to your browser.
Oh, okay. Oh, he shakes. Is it just with him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, sorry. What's the song about?
Okay, so because I had a hard time figuring out what this song was about. Like, I mean, but it's basically right in the first few lines. No, it's not. I like big butts and I cannot lie.
And other brothers can't deny.
And that's all I know of that song. So the first couple of lyrics are, my baby want a Birkin. She's been telling me all night long. Gasoline and groceries. The list goes on and on. This 9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems. I can't take him when I'm gone. So it's really about...
I love how you put that in there. I can't take him when I'm gone.
It is a lyric, so I had to put it in there. It's about a guy working the 9 to 5 and he's not making ends meet, so just kind of drowning his sorrows at the pub at the end of the night. That is what the song is about. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. I think we can kind of all relate to that feeling these last few years of just fuck, man, no matter how hard I work, it's just prices go up and up and up. We're all just struggling to keep along.
Yeah. I was going to say, I wonder what the formula is, but I can't remember now. I should have wrote it down. This academic that I referenced earlier, she was talking about what, in her view, are the 4 key ingredients to
a good song.
Okay. And it was the past is better than the present. What was the other one? Something about a country road.
Okay.
It's like a long road or going down a road or something to do with road.
Using that lyric in a song?
No. These are just the elements. So it was something, but it was the past is better than the present, something about a road, and I can't remember what the other 2 were. But
this is incredibly informative. Thank you for doing this extensive research.
Yeah, I know that's terrible. But I bring that up because I think about thinking about these country songs.
Right.
You know, do they have all of the elements to them? And one of the critiques is that 2016, when Beyonce had that song, she performed with the Dixie Chicks. Yeah. And you know, people in the audience were fine with it, but then there was a lot of backlash about it online. And this academic was saying, you know, that song had all of the elements that make up. It was song. It really was the perfect country song. Okay. But that doesn't necessarily mean, even though you have them, that it's going to guarantee.
Well, because I guess it received good reception in the audience because the audience was full of artists, right?
Yeah, that's
but
true,
then when you look at the larger community, they're like, well, what is that woman doing in our genre?
Right.
Just like what you were talking about earlier. Yeah. And also, I mean, let's be honest, the Chicks, as they're now known, are not incredibly popular with a fraction of the country music population because they took a political stand that was not very popular. So that had a lot of backlash. But in terms of this song overall, I just felt like it was a little lackluster in terms of the lyrics, in terms of the songwriting.
Yeah, there's so much more being said about the Grammys and their relevance. Did you notice that when you were...
About whether they're relevant anymore?
Yeah.
Okay.
And how the Grammys are outdated. I mean, I remember Drake has boycotted the Grammys.
Well, The Weeknd has boycotted.
The Weeknd. Yeah. I think Drake also has a beef with it.
Yeah, probably.
I think that it probably makes a difference to the artists and their sales And,
Yeah.
there's some information out there about how artists who have won, how it changed their, their popularity and their marketability.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a bit of a, I don't know, like,
Finish your thought.
I just think these award shows are,
Subjective?
well, they're a bit rigged.
Yeah, they do for the Oscars, they have
I don't know if they're rigged,
studios
but I
will have
think,
campaigns
yeah.
to push, just like in a political race or something. They will mount these campaigns to push for their movie to be the best movie of the year. And so it is definitely it's like a popularity contest.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the same time, we do watch these award shows. Like I still love watching the Grammys. I love watching the Oscars. I don't always agree with the winners, but
I remember when I was younger, I used to love watching these kinds of shows because this was really the way to get access to these performances, unless you went to the concerts. But to see these artists that you hear on the radio, like I remember having this cassette recorder, and I would buy blank tapes, and then I would sit and listen to the radio and get ready to record, like press the record button to record all the songs that I loved, right? I'd buy records or buy cassette tapes as well, but listening to the radio, that's how you could get these one-off songs. And seeing these shows, I also thought like for me, that was when I could see. Do you remember the first time? I think it was the Motown Awards or something.
Saw your face. Oh no, sorry.
Do you remember that too?
I don't.
No. Okay. Yeah.
I've blocked it from my memory.
Yeah. No. Do you remember the first time seeing Michael Jackson do the moonwalk?
I don't remember the exact first time, but I remember thinking like, how is that happening?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember sitting watching TV. It was in our basement, and we used to watch as a family, and I remember seeing that, and it was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I still don't understand how they do that, where it just looks like they're gliding.
I can do the moonwalk.
Can you?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to show me after.
I'll show you after.
We're gonna videotape that, post that, and then we're gonna show me trying to do it. I can do the floss.
That'd be great. You can do the worm too, can't you?
I cannot do the worm.
I thought I've seen you do the worm before.
On the ground?
Yeah.
When have I ever done that?
At a wedding, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, maybe. I don't remember that.
You do some weird shit at weddings.
I do some weird shit at weddings. I did once sing Like a Prayer. Oh, I sang that at my friend's.
You always sing Like a Prayer.
I know, but I did that at my friend's wedding in Costa Rica, and I had two of the people.
Yeah, you told us about this before.
Fine. Okay, let's move on.
Get news story, lady.
Oh, God.
Okay, so back to the Grammys and these songs. So again, these songs of the year are about their lyrical.
It's about the songwriting.
The songwriting. It's not about,
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I love this song, Bar Song. I think it's super catchy. I find the video quite entertaining because it's just a one shot through the whole video. But I just don't think that the lyrics are really very interesting.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, Shabuzi.
Shabooze.
You got a little bit of Priya's stamp of approval. I like the song.
I love the song.
Whatever the lyrics, whatever.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's what we're talking about. So the next one up is Birds of a Feather. Oh, and I also thought it would be interesting to mention like who's won this category and who's been nominated before. Obviously, Shabuzi has not been nominated before. Kind of a breakout year for him. And then the second one is Birds of a Feather, written by Phineas and Billie Eilish. So Billie Eilish has won twice in this category for Best Song. Yep. For What Was I Made For from the Barbie movie and Bad Guy. So I thought that was interesting because there are some heavy hitters on this list, on this nominations list, and she has won more times than anybody else on this list.
Oh, really? More than Taylor Swift?
Taylor has never won this category.
Wow, really?
Apparently. Yep. She's been nominated 8 times and has yet to win. And I don't know if she'll win for this year, for Fortnite. I'm not sure. But again, like, I don't know what real criteria they use, but if it's on the writing itself, like Fortnite, again, is a song I love. We'll get to it. Anyways, we'll get to it. So what did you think of Birds of a Feather?
I don't know. It's fine. I'm not a big Billie Eilish fan.
Stay, yeah, till I'm in the grave. Till I rot away, dead and buried. Till I'm in the casket you carry. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any more?
If you go, I'm
okay. No. Yeah, it's a fine song. I doesn't.
Did you read all the lyrics?
No.
Isn't that what we were supposed to do in preparation for this episode, Mike? Read all the lyrics.
Was I supposed to do that? I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I'll read them now.
Okay. So what are you basing your feedback on then?
When I listen to it, do I want to turn the song over?
Okay.
And the answer is yes.
Turn the song over.
Do I want to switch to a different?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I actually quite like this song, and I think it's a really beautiful song about being so in love with somebody, even though you know that this might not be a relationship that's going to last the test of time, but you feel so much about it, and you're like, I will love you till the light leaves my eyes. Like, even though this might not last forever, what I feel for you is so deep.
So it's knowing that it's not going to last.
Yeah, because she says
Or
it might
not
not be
planning on
long,
it, yeah.
but baby, I'll love you till the day that I die.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I don't know. Have you ever had like a relationship that's burned short and bright? Why? Why are you laughing?
I'm just thinking about the episode where we talked about our one night stands. And now all the people ended up, it's like, yeah, I'm going away. I'm going to be leaving town in a few days. Remember when we were talking about that?
Yeah, yeah.
And we were like, wait a minute.
We're like, is that a line that
Yeah.
people use? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's going to start being my line if I ever have one night stands anymore. Anyways, but have you ever had like a really short, intense relationship that even once it was over, like when you think back to that relationship, you're like, yeah, I still have those. I have beautiful memories about that.
Yeah. Until dawn, I think all of the relationships that I was in romantically were like that. They were short,
Yeah.
intense, and I have fond memories.
Yeah.
I'm
So
still
that's-
friends with them.
Yeah, because that's what you gays do.
Yeah.
We don't do that so much in the straight world. I don't understand it so much in the straight world, I guess.
Mm.
I don't know why it's different. I've never been gay, so I don't know why it would be.
I've never been
Different.
gay. It's not a thing that you just do or not
I
do.
know, but I'm just saying that's what I mean. Like, I've never.
You're
so
not
I don't
gay.
know why. I'm not gay. And I've never been gay. But I
Mhm.
might become gay.
Yeah.
I might go to the other team eventually.
Okay.
I mean, as a
I haven't
fad.
tapped into that.
As a hobby.
Oh, God. Apologize to all the gays out there.
I apologize to all the gays. Whatever. I'm joking. I love you all. But
Yeah.
that is so if you actually read the lyrics for this, I wonder if you would reconsider.
But you're so full of shit. Tell me it's a bit. Oh, say you don't see it. Your mind's polluted. Say you want to quit. Don't be stupid.
Well, I think what she's talking about is like she feels it so much, but the
Mhm.
other person is just like, it's not a big thing. Like this is just a casual
Mhm.
encounter. But she's like, you're so much. You're everything to me. It is really a song kind of about infatuation, I guess.
Mm.
All right.
I think I also I don't connect with Billie Eilish's music.
Why is that?
I just don't connect with Billie Eilish as an artist, and I think it perhaps is a bit generational. It's also maybe the kind of music that I connect with, like that. When you hear music, I don't know. I have no idea.
Is
Maybe
it
it
too
isn't.
soft? Like, is it just because her music, her style is much more kind of muted? It's not so flashy and
I don't know. Maybe
she sings very quietly.
Maybe I just need to spend more time listening to her instead of just turning it over, because maybe I haven't given her a chance. That's what I'll do. I will spend some time listening to her. I probably should have done it before this episode, but
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't.
No, but I mean, I think it would be interesting to hear after you listen to some of her songs, because I actually appreciate her style of music. It's very, like, there's a lot of huge voices in music, like you got the Christina Aguilera's. Okay, that's an outdated reference. But you've got like Adele or Lady Gaga, who has Pink, who have these really, really big, bold voices. And she came out and she was just like, I'm doing something completely different. I just sing in a very soft, kind of understated way. But I find some of her songs very powerful. Like what was I made for? That song to me, like listening to those lyrics, it's actually quite heartbreaking. And obviously maybe seems silly because it comes from the Barbie movie, but that movie too was quite heartwarming. I think it was
had a great,
did you see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I really do relate to her style of music. I think it's I don't know, it's just more tender. So I love this song. I think this song is actually really well written for what it's talking about.
Okay, listeners, that's the end of part 1. We made it to the second song on the Grammy Song of the Year list. 5 more to go, so flip over to part 2 and find out if I actually step up and have something useful to offer, or if Priya carries the rest of the episode. And remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe.